Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Hi. If you're new here, you're tuning in for a Faith Friday video. Every Friday I post a faith-related video to help you pursue your relationship with Christ, but also just to put some positivity and light out into the world, especially on a platform like YouTube where that's not really done that often. And if you are new here, please feel free to hit the subscribe button so that you don't miss out on future videos and you can join the Happy Soul Tribe. Welcome back, you guys. Today's video isn't necessarily just faith-based. I wanted to do a video, again, I've done videos in the past about this, but I just feel like it's really important to bring it up again, talk about it more, and spread some more light onto a subject that I think is pretty serious, but we don't think it is. But I want to talk about comparison and the world that we live in right now. So obviously, social media, it's a beautiful thing, okay? So it's how we can build relationships, it's how we can find people with the same interests as us, it's how we find new products, new businesses, new people to support, new friendships. It's obviously how you guys watch these videos, which is amazing in my opinion. Social media can be used for great things, but like anything, I think that there is a limit. Like, there's too much of a good thing, there's too much social media, there's people who don't use it for good and people who don't realize what it's being used for. And I want to talk about this because I think it does relate to our faith a little bit, in the sense of we are very much so being influenced by our social media. Obviously, like, there's literally people out there whose job title is influencer, but I think we've forgotten what influence means and what it means to be an influencer to someone. And I also think that we've forgotten that God calls us to be careful of what influences us, and be careful of who we surround ourselves with, and be careful of what kind of messages we're letting into our heart. A couple things first. Social media is not bad. I'm not saying it's bad at all. I love it. I use it every day almost. I use it to promote my business, to promote my YouTube channel, to promote what I believe in, to spread love, to spread light. I love social media. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just kind of trying to shed a light on something to make people more conscious when using it. So you essentially, on social media, you can choose who you follow. When you follow someone, it's usually because you agree with something they posted, or you like their message, or you simply think that they are pretty and you like their outfits. What you don't realize is by hitting that follow button, you're going to be seeing their posts every day, essentially. You're going to be seeing their stories, you're going to be hearing their voice, hearing their message, and seeing their message. Your brain is receiving it. And what you don't realize is how that is affecting you in a positive or negative way without you even realizing it. So let's say you follow a Fitspo model. All she does is post pictures of her butt and her perfect stomach and her perfect vacation and her perfect home, and how she just has all this time to be in the gym and all she eats is green things and meat and just lean things, and she has the perfect, healthy, fit life. Let's say you follow her. She shows up on your timeline once a day, multiple times a day. And instead of you being like, you go girlfriend, your mindset is, wow, I'm so not like that. Wow, I'm such a piece of crap because I have extra fluff on my stomach. Wow, how come I work out so hard and I don't look anything like that? How come I can't eat anything like that because I love donuts too much? How come her house is always so clean and my house is literally a garbage pail? How come this girl has her crap together, her ducks in a row, has time to eat healthy, go to the gym, clean her house, and do all the perfect things in one perfect day, and my life is just hanging by a thread? You're self-deprecating without even realizing it, just by seeing her post, because that's the way that your mind is interacting with her. That is the way that her post is influencing you. It's not wrong on her part. She doesn't know that that's how it's going to influence you, but that's how it's influencing you. Let's say that those kind of accounts make up 90% of what you follow, 90% of who you keep up with. That's 90% of the people that are impacting you. Who you follow influences you in some way, shape, or form. Whether you follow them for humor, for entertainment, for outfit inspiration, whatever, whoever you're following is influencing you in some way. So what I'm trying to get across is if you follow only accounts that you like the way that they look, then chances are they're influencing you in a negative way because you're comparing how you look to how they look and wondering why it's different. Comparison is an ugly thing. I think it has a time and a place. You could compare, you know, who you were this week to who you were last year and be like, wow, I've come so far. But if you're comparing yourself to someone else who has a different lifestyle, a different set of privileges, a different job, a different family, a different home setting, a different everything, and you're comparing it to yours, it doesn't even make sense to compare it because they're two completely different things. And it's a nasty, nasty thing because we don't realize how damaging and how hurtful comparison can be, and oftentimes we do it without realizing it. We are becoming a very insecure population, generation, for no reason at all. We're very, very insecure. We're becoming fragile, we get offended at everything, we get upset over everything, we get triggered, down on ourselves because we don't look like so-and-so, we get down on ourselves because we don't get enough likes on our Instagram pictures, we get down on ourselves because we're not a size 00, we get down on ourselves because we have a zit, which by the way, I have this really cute one on my mustache, and yes, I meant to say mustache because I do have one. We get down on ourselves about so many things because we're constantly consuming more and more and more of what real life should look like based off of social media. So we're confused why our real life looks nothing like that. I'm telling you, who you follow influences you. And I don't believe that God put us on this earth to constantly have an identity crisis and compare us to someone else, because He created each individual person so freaking different. It's amazing, okay? When I see two people that look completely different, they're both very beautiful to me in very different ways. And it doesn't mean one's more beautiful or less beautiful. They're both very beautiful in different ways. There's beauty in every human, and we live in a world where it's hard to see that because we have like this picture perfect idea of what it's supposed to look like, what life's supposed to be like, what relationships are supposed to be like, what our goal timeline is supposed to be like. By 22, you better be graduated, have your degree, get yourself a freaking job, like all these things. The timeline for our lives, the timeline for our relationships, the timeline for our happiness is all mapped out for us because of who we're being influenced by on social media. But what we're losing sight of is who is supposed to be influencing us the most, and who's supposed to have the most say in who we are and where our happiness comes from, and you know, our identity. And that's Jesus. And I know that that sounds corny. It sounds very corny. I'm aware, okay? Also very true. He is the source of our identity. He knows who you are at the heart of you. He knows what you were made for, what you were created for, what you're capable of. He knows your strengths and your weaknesses. He knows exactly why you are the way you are and is happy with it. He's really happy with the way that you are, who you are. He created you perfect, okay? He looked at you and He gave you exactly what you have, and He was like, yep, that's good. And you can't see that because you're sitting there comparing yourself to someone with a blue check mark next to their name on Instagram and thinking that because you don't look like them, you don't matter, or you are less successful or less valuable. It's kind of whack, okay? And I've fallen prey to this very many, many times. God is supposed to be the one speaking the most influence into our hearts, and we're supposed to surround ourselves with people who speak from His point of view as well. People who are like-minded and people who speak love and truth into our lives. And we don't even realize that we're surrounding ourselves with people who are affecting us so deeply in a negative way, subconsciously. Like, we're not even really conscious of the way that these things are hurting us. I think that it's our duty to be more conscious of what our social media is doing to us mentally. A little over a year ago, I purged my social media, and it is about dang time that I do it again. but I literally went through who I was following on Instagram specifically, and if I didn't recognize their name, remember why I was following them, without clicking on their profile, I literally just unfollowed. Even if it was people that I knew in person, I just purged. I went from following like 900 people down to 400 people. And 400 people is still a hecking lot of people. Like, you don't see 400 people's posts on your timeline because the algorithm is messed up. But you see what I'm saying? I went through and I was like, if I don't remember an impact that this person has made on me, especially if it's not positive, if I don't remember why I follow them besides the fact that they have a nice butt or a nice stomach or they post cute pictures, why am I following them? I'm not saying you should unfollow all of your fellow bloggers or fitness people or anything like that, but I am saying if you are in a place right now where you mentally are not capable of scrolling through your feed without comparing yourself to everybody, then yeah, maybe you should unfollow them. It's not harm done on their end, it's just something that's not clicking right for you on your end, and you need to protect your heart and protect your mind. Social media has such an awesome thing where it can influence people. So we can influence people to change, we can influence people to love better, we can influence people to pursue Christ, we can influence people to pursue a healthier lifestyle, we can influence people to be better. But sadly, that's not always used in that way, and it doesn't always come across that way. So I just want to encourage you to pursue following more people that influence you better. There's a verse in the Bible that even says, I cannot remember the reference, but it says, bad company corrupts good morals. There is a saying that you are the equivalent of the 5 people that you spend the most time with. And I would venture to say that you are also the equivalent of the 5 people that you interact most with on social media, or that you love most on social media. I would say that too, because they're influencing you just as much as someone being with you in person. You are not them. You are not them. Accept that and move on. You have to accept the fact that God created one of you. There has never been one before you, before time. There will never be another you after you. Even if you are a twin, you are only you. You're the only one. You're literally the only one that will ever exist. I'm the only Celeste that will ever exist, ever in the history of ever, with my story, my background, my body, my mind, and my heart will never get repeated. So stop trying to repeat what someone else is. Stop trying to copy what someone else is. Stop taking away from the beauty of what you are when you're the only one. You're the only one, which means you can also turn that into whatever you want it to be. You can write your own story. You can make your own impact, leave your own influence. And we're crapping all over that for the sake of being more like someone else. Being more like what Instagram says. Having a cleaner home, a tighter stomach, and better hair. Stop wasting my time and wasting my existence on things that don't matter. And what doesn't matter is what other people are doing and what other people look like and what other people are telling you to be like, because you are you. And that's enough. You are you, and you are exactly who you're supposed to be, and God created you with a story, a unique passion, a unique heart aches, unique desires, and you're squandering all that and crapping all over it just because it's not what you want it to look like. But what if what you want it to look like is wrong, you know? Like, be careful of what is influencing your image for your life, your image for your heart. I'm not super fit. I don't have a clean home at all. Never. Nope. Literally not. I have a clean home like once a week on Sunday at 2 p.m. Like, that's it. And then it gets messed up again. I don't always remember to meal prep. I oftentimes have a zit. I oftentimes forget to wash my hair. I oftentimes suck really bad, press snooze 7 times, don't get up, don't have productive days, spend too much time staring at my phone. I oftentimes am exactly who I am supposed to be, even if it seems a little bit less than what social media says I'm supposed to be. I want people to come to my page and be like, whoa, you know what? This girl's a potato and she sucks too. And like, she's rocking it, so I want to be like her. I want people to want to be like me because I'm me, and that's that, and it inspires them to be them. I don't want people to want to be like me because they want to be me. Does that make sense? You guys enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button to join the Happy Soul Tribe. And leave a comment down below if this video resonated with you in some way, shape, or form, and if you're gonna purge your social media or what you're gonna do to take action and really protect your heart and protect your mind. I love you guys so much. Make sure you go out of your way today to love on someone, make them feel extra special, because they freaking are. And I love you, and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye guys.